Welcome back. In Part 1, we learned the types of viruses. In Part 2, we saw how they spread and what platforms they target. Now in Part 3, let's uncover the ultimate goals of viruses and practical steps to protect yourself. But before we get there, here is a quick recap of Part 1. We had boot sector viruses which infected the first sector of your hard drive. Macro viruses which used macros in Office documents to replicate. File infectors which attach themselves to other files. And finally, nowadays more commonly used, network viruses that spread via email and social media. Now remember that viruses cannot function without the help of users. They need us to run them, install them, or simply click on them for them to start replicating. As for Part 2, the Internet is the main playground for viruses since it makes distribution fast and easy. Email is still a primary tool because people are often not careful when opening attachments from unknown senders. Also, many organizations have been targeted through watering hole attacks where malware was placed on well-known websites that the organization frequently visited. Additionally, drive-by downloads are still very common. This is when a user unknowingly downloads a file from an infected website, usually by exploiting a vulnerability on their system. So now that we know how they spread, let's look at their ultimate goal. Why do viruses even exist? First, to steal information like passwords, banking details, and credit card numbers. For example, a Trojan virus could pose as a harmless program but instead secretly records your keystrokes, saving your login credentials for nefarious purposes. The Zeus Trojan did just that, stealing millions of dollars from unsuspecting victims. Next, some viruses aim to cause damage by deleting important files, corrupting systems, or making them unstable. Remember the CIH virus from the 90s? It infiltrated computers via infected floppy disks and then overwrote the master boot record, destroying hard drives. Then there's the financial motivated viruses. Their main goal is to make money either by encrypting your files and demanding payment for decryption like the infamous ransomware WannaCry did, or by generating revenue by displaying ads on your infected system. Adware is a prime example. It's annoying but can be financially lucrative for cybercriminals. Also, some viruses like hacktivism aim to gain remote control or espionage over your computer. Hackers could utilize rootkits to gain complete control over your system for activities ranging from stealing data to launching further attacks. Governments have also been known to use such exploits for spying on individuals or organizations. And finally, there are viruses that just want to spread further. Worms fall into this category. Their primary objective is self-replication. They infect systems and then use them as a springboard to infect others, creating a massive infestation and flooding the internet with copies of themselves. A good example is the Morris worm, one of the earliest and most widespread internet worms, causing significant disruption in the 1980s. So that was a quick rundown of the different types of viruses and their objectives. Now let's dive into how you can defend yourself against these threats. First, always install antivirus software and keep it updated. Modern antivirus programs can detect and stop even polymorphic threats that change their code to avoid detection. Having an up-to-date antivirus is your first line of defense against most viruses. Next, keep your operating system and applications updated. Many viruses exploit vulnerabilities in older versions of software. For example, the WannaCry ransomware worm exploited a vulnerability in unpatched Windows systems. Microsoft had already released a patch for this vulnerability, so all users had to do was install the update to protect themselves. So never ignore those updates. Next, be careful with email. Don't open attachments or click on links in emails from unknown senders. If it looks suspicious, don't click it. This is especially important for documents that are macros enabled. These macros can run harmful code that can infect your system. Also be cautious with any unsolicited email attachments that seem too good to be true. If you receive an email offering you a huge prize that requires you to download a file, it's likely a scam. Similarly, beware of email phishing attempts where the sender poses as a legitimate organization like your bank, tricking you into clicking a link that leads to a fake website designed to steal your credentials. Another tip is to avoid pirated software. Trojans are known to hide in cracked programs and games. Always download software from trusted sources and make sure the files are not infected. You can use online virus scanners to check the safety of a file before downloading it. And next, back up your data regularly. This is crucial. If your system gets infected with ransomware, which encrypts your files and demands a ransom, having backups will ensure that you can restore your data without giving in to the demands. Cloud storage or an external hard drive with regular backups is a solid strategy. In addition to these steps, always use strong passwords and firewalls. For instance, if you have a network with multiple computers, set a strong password on the router to prevent unauthorized access. Hackers can gain access to your Wi-Fi network and then each device connected to it by simply hacking into your router if it is not protected. Also, enable multi-factor authentication, MFA. When available, this adds an extra layer of security beyond just a password, requiring additional verification such as a one-time code sent to your phone. This is very effective because even if passwords are stolen in a data breach, hackers will still find it difficult to log in with MFA enabled. This is a great security feature offered by many online services. Additionally, be cautious about what you click on and what you download. Before downloading a file, scan it with your antivirus software. And be wary of suspicious websites. If you're unsure about a website's legitimacy, don't download anything from it. Also, think twice before running any program from unknown sources. It might seem convenient to download a cracked version of a game or software, but you're putting your system at risk by doing so. These precautions are essential to prevent your system from getting infected with viruses and malware. By combining these steps, you create a strong defense against various cyber threats. In summary, viruses and cyber threats are indeed a significant concern in our increasingly digital world. They continue to evolve, and finding the right balance between security and usability is an ongoing challenge. No one can completely eliminate the risk of infection, but by understanding the different types of viruses, their motivations, and taking preventive measures, you can significantly reduce your chances of falling victim to these threats. Remember, knowledge is the key to staying safe in the digital realm. Thank you for joining me on this 3-part journey into the world of software viruses. I hope this series has been informative and has shed some light on these often hidden threats. If you enjoyed this content and found it valuable, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Your support means a lot and encourages me to continue creating quality content. Additionally, if you haven't done so already, consider subscribing to stay up to date with my latest videos. It's completely free and a great way to stay informed. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. As technology advances, so do the methods used by cybercriminals to infiltrate our systems. It's a constant cat and mouse game. As we learn more about these cyber threats, we can better protect ourselves. So stay curious, stay informed, and stay safe in this ever-evolving digital world. And now, for those of you who made it to the end of this video, here's a little bonus. Did you know that there's a difference between a virus and malware? Actually, no, there isn't. Virus is a subset of malware. Malware is a broader term encompassing any software intended to cause damage, whereas a virus is a specific type of malware that self-replicates and spreads to other systems. Now you know. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and remember to stay curious. And I'll catch you in the next video.